I really you gonna be doubling back? Whoop. I'm trying to stay up on my iPhone. Tell my bitch I love you. It was just a typo. That was just yeah. I remember that song. What is it? iPhone, the baby featuring Nicki Minaj. If you do not know that, you gotta know that because that is where Double and Mac comes from. Okay, and plus Nicki loves Dublin Iron, or she loves referring to it in her songs or whatever. So I had to get that reference right there. But anyway, hey y'all, welcome back to another Barbology session. This is a Barbology session. If you don't know what that is, that's basically where we come together and talk about what is going on with Nicki Minaj recently in the media with her artistry, anything she's doing, and her fan base of Barbs. And so today I want to discuss Nicki Minaj forcing the media, leaving them no choice but to have to come back and correct their false narratives regarding her Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour. So let's get into it. So y'all know Angela Yee has her show Way Up with Yee that is held in New York City. Y'all know her from The Breakfast Club. And then you have journalist Brian B. Miller. He goes by B. Miller. And this is why I wanted to bring this story to you guys. Nicki Minaj highlighted this, and we'll get into that. But before Nicki highlighted this on her Instagram, I knew that I was going to come and talk to you guys about it because when I say, those of you guys who have been listening to me, and I talk about every year, I talk about like, oh, like I want Nicki to drop in like the summertime or whatever, just so people don't forget about it. Because at the end of the year, all the hip hop publications, they love to make their list, top rappers of the year. Nicki Minaj is never on it, even though she's performing higher than all these rappers combined, male, female, he, him, they, them. It don't matter. Even if she didn't have an album out, Nicki put out 23 songs in 2023 features. Should have been, on them lists, but she never is. B. Miller loves to make them lists, and he never includes women on it. And I think it's very misogynistic. And so that's why I'm so excited to talk about it, because finally he is acknowledging it. Everybody's talking about Angela Yee, and we're going to get into that. But my thing is with him, I feel like he contributes to or erasure. I don't know how you say that word, of Black women when it comes to getting their respect in hip hop. So let's hear what they had to say on Angela Yee's show. Let's get into it.
Speaking of #1 records and breaking records, Nicki Minaj sold out the entire U.S. leg of her Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour.
Wow.
That is right, 36 shows consecutively sold out. She is the only female rapper in history to do it.
Heavy on the consecutively. Okay, let's rewind that back just to
history to do it.
The only female rapper in history to sell out 36 consecutive shows in North America.
And it's the highest grossing tour by a female rapper in history. And she has more shows coming up overseas. So she ended her world tour last night in Oklahoma City.
Now, I wouldn't identify myself as a barb or anything.
And y'all know I hate when straight men say, I wouldn't identify myself as a barb. Don't say anything. Just go with your opinion.
But if you're being objective, right, I
Mhm.
think it's fair to say that Nicki Minaj might be the greatest female rapper of all time. For her to be, approaching her 15th year in the game and still selling out arenas, that's unheard of, especially from a female rapper.
Well, especially from anybody too, by
Right.
the way. It doesn't matter, male or female. And so congratulations. That is definitely a huge
Now let's keep it on female rap though. You know why? And it's no shade because Missy Elliott is going on tour this year with Sierra and Timbaland. And so Missy Elliott is a female rapper. Y'all claim that she don't get her respect or whatever, or Nicki Minaj, whoever, if you a little Kim fan or whatever, y'all feel like Nicki, she not the first one. All right, so let's see what Missy Elliott could do. But even if she do it, it's still a co-headlining tour with 2 other supporting acts or whatever. But anyway, yeah.
accomplishment. And she's been in the game for a minute, but been consistent when it comes to the music, the tours,
Yeah,
no matter what.
that's to count for something.
Speaking of #1
Been consistent.
records and breaking.
I appreciate this when it comes to Bida. As I said, it's great to hear this from the men, especially someone who I don't hear him speak on her a lot. And a lot of people who don't speak on Nicki Minaj, they don't speak on Nicki not because like they don't want to, it's because like they don't really have anything good to say, So and I appreciate that, I'm not someone who's like, oh no, include her or not include her, or I want to know what you think about her. No, I don't really care about your opinion on Nicki, whether it's positive or negative. But I see you though.
For her to be, approaching her 15th year in the game and still selling out arenas, that's unheard of, especially from a female rapper.
Well, especially from anybody too, by
Right.
the way. It doesn't matter, male or
And let's, when we talk about arenas, let's keep it on all artists, not all artists, but all rappers, on Nicki's tier, below Nicki's tier, all these girls. Megan Thee Stallion is on tour right now with Glorilla. So yeah, like let's, keep the criticism, but and also let's keep the praise fair and stuff like that. And also who are other female rappers is going on tour? Doja Cat has been on tour. Cardi B needs to go on tour.
Female. And so, congratulations. That is definitely a huge accomplishment. And she's been in the game for a minute, but been consistent when it comes to the music, the tours,
Yeah,
no matter what.
has to count for something.
This is also important, and I hope that all media platforms do this. But I hope they're all reporting on, Nicki Minaj's her sold out world tour, and it's not because we want Nicki to be front and center and for her to have all this attention just because we're fans. It's like, no. Number one, let's really recognize greatness, because I'm actually disappointed in hip hop media, especially hip hop media in New York at the New York radio stations and publications. I felt like radio stations be promoting concerts, so I wish I felt their presence there at Nicki shows in New York or whatever. But it seemed like, I mean, obviously they weren't there, but it's just like, why isn't this a priority for you? Because even if you don't like Nicki, it's like, it's still history. There has never been a female rapper to do this. So especially if I'm someone in the industry, especially if I'm a woman working in hip hop, I'm thinking like, yo, like at the end of the day, like this is history right here, and I should see this because I should be seeing this in person, especially to report on it for my work. And that's why I got to put some respect on Joe Budden for not only bringing himself, but one of his employees, his co-hosts, to like expose them to Nicki, because he even talked about not having a lot of exposure with her or familiarity with her catalog, and coming out with a new sense of respect. And that's what this is all about, right? Like that's what this is all about. But once again, because it's about that, and it's about getting new fans at the end of the day. Yes, it is. But for most importantly for this conversation, it's about Black media, hip hop media, putting respect on Nicki Minaj's name and not allowing false narratives, not allowing her to be disrespected, because like nobody, no other artist gets that treatment or whatever. And Nicki Minaj has given so much to our culture. And so yeah, that's what I really wanted to talk about. And so I want to know what you guys think. I know y'all be stalking publications, making sure that what they're promoting is or not promoting, but like what they're sharing is accurate, as you should, especially when it comes to Nicki. But I just want to see her get her respect. And be that Brian Miller, when y'all make y'all end of the year conversations about whatever top touring rappers, top rappers, or whatever top albums, you need to make sure that you're considering Nicki Minaj in it. Nicki Minaj should be considered for everyone's top 5, top 10, no matter what genre you are, no matter what you're talking about in rap. Because like I'm tired of seeing us like overlooking Nicki Minaj to go to the next male just because she's not a male, to find someone else to fit into the big 3. And child, we gonna get into that conversation, child. Just give me some time. But yeah, of course, let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments. Please like the video and make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. And I will see you in the next Barbology session.